Thank you very much. Thank you to Kevin the Carpenter for telling us how good our security is here. You either need to send in a really solid tape to get to the comedy festival or just show up and check in, apparently. Also, special thanks to Drew, our lovely MC, who actually gave me this tie. And what I like about this tie is that it's salmon, which is like, you know, close to pink, so like maybe there's hope, but also close to the color of blood, because sooner or later all of your moms are gonna die. That's right, we're gonna sit in that for a second. Which is where I live. I don't know. I don't feel like I've been entirely honest when I tell people that I'm a nerd, because I tell people I'm a nerd, but then I don't really show people how deep the nerd goes. I mean, I will say, and this is true, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 32 years old. There are people occasionally who will come up afterwards and they'll go, I don't believe you. I think you're still a virgin. But when it comes to being nerdy, I realized that there was still a part of me that was, I wasn't really showing everything. And I was, you know, I'm saying I'm nerdy, but not really being the nerd that I truly am. And I want to let that flag fly today. So I will share something with you that I don't normally talk about with people. I noticed that in 1996, the movie Star Trek First Contact came out, and it featured a new Starship Enterprise that did not feature a neck because it was designed to fight the Borg. At the same time, they released a toy version of the Starship Enterprise to coincide with the movie, but the toy did not look exactly like the ship in the movie. And I need all of you to know that that bothers me. Let's dive into the differences between the toy and the movie. The toy had bizarre collectors that were not, for lack of a better term, bifurcated. The toy had one impulse engine, the movie had two impulse engines. What the fuck is this, the Kirk era? But most egregiously, the toy, or actually the ship in the movie, has in between the deflector dish and the torpedo tube what I would call a trench. Forgive me, I don't know what the term is. They've never said it in any of the movies or TV shows, but we're going to call it a trench that goes from the deflector dish to the torpedo bay. It is on the ship in the movie. It is not on the toy. And if it was on the toy, I would forgive the other two things, and I don't know why I know that about myself. My fantasy, by the way, is that I'll talk about this, and then after one of the shows, somebody will come up to me and go, listen, I worked at the toy company. Thank you for telling my story. Because I was telling the powers that be, close enough is not good enough for these nerds. So, there's a toy store near where I live. Oh, I should also say, by the way, that a lot of the information I'm getting you can find on a YouTube channel called Junk Ball Media, where he goes balls deep into starships and Star Trek. And one of the videos, at the end of it, he said, hey, I'm sorry I haven't made more videos lately. My wife and I recently had a baby. And I went, you're making the videos and you're fucking more than I am. Rock bottom, meet Joshua Snyder. But a few days ago, I was walking past a toy store near where I live, and I saw the bad toy in the window. And I was so irritated that I purchased it. I walked by that place 3 times. It was there 3 times. And so from the perspective of the person who works there, here is what she saw. here. And she kind of was taken aback, and she was like, wow, you shop fast. And I think she just kind of, didn't mean anything by it, but when she said, you shop fast, what I heard was, you haven't had sex in 10 years. Now she proceeded to clean the box because it's a collector's item now. Isn't it weird, by the way, how all it takes for something to be a collector's item is time? Like, we all collectively know that the Leaning Tower of Pisa is a piece of shit. I always thought they built it and then it leaned. That's not what happened. They built the first level, it started to lean, they kept fucking going. Sir, the thing's starting to lean. And? And now they're hiring engineers to try to figure out how to keep it leaning but not keep it from falling down. What the fuck is wrong with us? Build a new building! People go from all across the world to take their picture next to a piece of shit. And go, look, I've lived. Anyway, sorry. I went on a tangent, I apologize. The point I'm trying to make is that I bought the toy, and part of me thought, should I keep it in the box as a collector's item? But I recently found out that I have a cyst in my brain, and the 90% chance it's nothing. On the other hand, it's Kaiser, so. And I thought to myself, even assuming that the cyst is probably fine, but even one way or the other, who knows how long I have? And so, long story short, I ripped the box open and I played with that fucking toy in my living room. And now I can say, I should also mention I have another model of the Starship Enterprise as well that is more accurate. The only because it came out later. The only problem with that one is that the paint job is from Star Trek Nemesis, and I prefer the paint job on Star Trek First Contact, but such is life. But the point is, I can finally now say with confidence that when you go into my apartment, the first thing you will see is 2 models of the Starship Enterprise. I thought that was going to land better. All right, thank you very much, guys.